Hi, this is Robert Estrin at livingpianos.com. The question today is, do you have to keep learning new music on the piano? If you know about the piano repertoire, you know how vast it is. It's the most amazing thing. To give you an idea, I've been playing the piano since I'm a young child, and I've learned a good amount of music. Yet, people come up to me and they say, do you know? And whatever that piece is, before they even say the piece, I think to myself, uh-oh, I hope I know it. Because I don't care who you are and how vast your repertoire is, there's so much more music written for the piano that nobody knows it all. A lot of times I do know it, or at least I know something by the same composer or something similar. So the question is, do you have to keep learning music your whole life? It's an interesting thing. My father was concertizing well into his 80s. And you know, he was in his 80s when he, for the first time in his life, learned Mussorgsky's Pictures at an Exhibition. You know this is a mammoth work. So he was a firm believer of learning music, always challenging himself. No matter how much repertoire he amassed, he was always learning more music. So I've got to say that I'm very influenced by my father, Morton Estrin. In fact, he would lament that oftentimes he would see some of his colleagues giving solo recitals. And he'd look at the program and he goes, that's the same thing they played when they were in their graduate recital at Juilliard 20 years ago. And he used to really, you know, he would scoff at that. You know, the idea that somebody could just learn a certain amount of repertoire and keep playing the same thing over and over again. So is it really necessary to keep learning music your whole life? Well, I would say not necessarily. However, I think you'd be missing out on a great deal for two reasons. First of all, just the beauty of the music and the depth of expression that's possible by learning different pieces. There's no substitution for that. Just like even if you've seen some great movies, you always want to see new ones. Or if you've read a great book, it doesn't mean you're not going to read any other books in your life. It's the same thing with learning pieces on the piano. More than that, by learning more music, you go back to pieces you've studied before, and you will have different reflections upon them. Not just if you learn more sonatas or compositions of the same composer, but even other works. Works that demand techniques that you expand in ways that when you revisit other pieces, you'll take them on a new level. So I really recommend, highly recommend, learning music your whole life. It keeps your brain active, it keeps your life rich. And this isn't just about music, by the way. One of the secrets of staying young and healthy is constantly giving yourself new experiences. Once you fall into routines, you can fall into a rut and not have the same vitality for living. So, if you haven't learned a new piece in a long time, I hope this inspires you to take out some music and learn something fresh and see what it does for you, for your music, and for your life. Once again, this is Robert Estrin here at livingpianos.com, your online piano store.